right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Right here, guys. 51. 12. I got you.
On first down, it's Carter. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Just like that. Hey, watch the edge. Bang.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Go, run.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
58 is Mike. Pick it up. Hey, 58 is a Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
You got nothing.
Now he'll escape to his left. Now he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. Like 80.
Mike 52 right here.
8.
Watch the
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, Gray.
Echo.
Now Newton.
Target.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here we go.
A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
All day, baby, all day.
At their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
He's checking. Crack. Watch the twin.
Check 50.
On 2nd down now.
Run,
It's
run,
Carter.
Run.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
65. 45's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Great.
Army. Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, pick it up,
From the
defense.
32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Kill.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Shift.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, baby.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
This is Whitaker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Ready? We're going to set 180.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Ready? Like 80.
Mike 56.
8.
56.
Check Mike. 20.
Hey, check 24.
Hot 7. Ready?
Now Newton on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Set 180. 8. Watch the screen. 66. Bullet. High. Look at it.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
Check 9.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
That's it, ready? We go.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Here we go. Set 180.
6, right there. 56. Come on, baby.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
That's it, baby.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A shotgun snap for Newton. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out left rim.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Cut. 58, right over there.
Throwing again.
Right there.
Wilson.
Here we go.
He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown,
Nice
New
touchdown, baby. Keep
Orleans. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Saints 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bucs take over 1st
Keep
and
playing
10
hard.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
56.
Out of the gun, Newton.
Let's go.
Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
50. 180. 56, right there. 56. Let's get the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
20.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Gun.
They'll try the air now with Newton. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Let's go!
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Newton to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run it in with Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try again with Jones. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? It's a tap, ready? 20.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Saints 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
45's the mic.
You don't want none of that.
Give it. Pick up the ball.
Now it's Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 58 is a mic.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right
Bang out. Bam.
Chance.
From the gun, it's Wilson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Great.
Check pass. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And Anderson's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Get ready.
Here's Newton. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the 8. Check. Crunch.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's it, baby.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got it.
Gun.
Mike 52.
To throw is Newton. Complete to Jones.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set. 180.
I've got it. Hey, we got tight right.
Hey.
Here's Newton.
Got 4 down.
Open man has got one. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get that quarterback. And 8.
Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Not today.
Hey, guys, listen.
Here's Wilson. Gets by him at the 25. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the twist.
Haywood.
58, right over there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This caught by the tight end Cross. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Here we go.
3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
45, Mike, 45.
Good job right there. Arvin.
45, Mike, 45.
Good job right there.
Let's go one more.
Kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey! High 7.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
58's the Mike, 58.
A first throw for the backup Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
58, right over there, right?
Buzz.
58, right there.
Hey, watch the lane.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Tighten up.
Middle.
He's coming. We got double up.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football, so there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the 2nd half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Watch the run.
58.
Hey, Alpha.
58's the Mike.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
What do you got?
Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Monday.
Sponge. No.
Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check curls.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Set. What ain't?
56 is the Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball. Check.
Tighten up.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? you're taking charge.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
20.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
Brings up fourth down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the third time tonight. And this one is right through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Monday. It's coming this way, Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Saints on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Check
80.
Check 37.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm on.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Wide, get wide.
Check 24. Monday.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds and they get the football back.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, D. Jam him, jam him, jam him.
Check 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Undercrush. Run.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
20.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Let's run, fellas, let's run.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they try the right side here. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 39. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Check 99. Check 99.
On the ground, Whitaker. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Bang! Bang, bang!
Now a handoff looking right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want?"
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. One final shot here for Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned. Whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bucs, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.